Hi everyone, Jus4SweetZ here. Today I am going to make a recipe that was actually inspired by Lindas Pantry. She gave me the idea because she gave me some green beans, some fresh green beans out of her garden last night at work. And I was trying to figure out what to do with them, and she gave me a great idea. So I thought I would go ahead and take her idea and run with it and see how they turn out. But everything she makes is really good, so I'm sure that these are wonderful. Go and check out her channel. Again, it's Lindas Pantry. I have the green beans that she gave me, and I would say there's probably around a pound there, maybe a pound and a half. I have some peanut oil. These are Asian inspired sauteed green beans. So I'm going to use some peanut oil, some rice wine vinegar. I have some crushed ginger, but if you have fresh ginger, that's even better. I just don't have any. Some soy sauce and some fresh garlic, and you can check out my video on how to preserve your fresh garlic. So we're going to get started. I'm going to heat up the pan, but before I do that, you want to make sure that you clean your green beans, and what you want to do is you want to snap these ends off. Now you can snap them, which sometimes is easy and sometimes is hard, but you want to get the little stems off the ends. So I'm going to use a knife. I'm going to go ahead and cut these up. And while I cut off the ends, you want to go ahead and you want to get this pan started with your peanut oil on about a medium temperature. So we'll be right back, and we'll see how we're doing. Okay, so we've got the ends of the green beans all cut up. I used about a half of the bag that she gave me because that's plenty, and then I can get 2 meals out of it, which is great for us. So I've been having the peanut oil heat up on a medium temperature, medium to high, medium high, if I can get that out, sorry. Heating up, so we have it all ready to go. We're going to go ahead, we're going to drop these green beans right into the oil. And I used about a tablespoon of peanut oil in there. Now you can use a little bit less if you want. And I'm also using my cast iron skillet. So I'm going to turn that down just a tad because the oil is heated up. And we're going to go ahead and saute those. And while we saute them, we are going to add a little bit of some sea salt to them. And remember, the soy sauce is pretty salty, so you don't need a ton of it. It's going to add if I don't drop everything first, it's going to add a nice flavor. Can you tell I'm a little out of sorts? It's been a while since I've made a video. And we're going to add some black pepper to it as well. And I love the taste of pepper. So I would say add about, I don't know, to this one I added about a half a teaspoon of salt and a half teaspoon of pepper. So we're going to let these saute for a few minutes and start to soften up before I start adding all the other lovely ingredients. And the reason that you want to add those more so at the last minute is because you don't want that garlic and that ginger to burn in the pan. You don't want it to be dark brown when you take your stuff out. So we're going to let these go. We're going to keep sauteing them. I actually am going to speed them up just a little bit, and if you need to do that, you can continue to saute them like this, but if you want to make them a little bit quicker, I have a pan that's going to kind of steam them and saute them at a lid to go over the pan to steam them and saute them at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and let those go. I'm going to let them go for about 3 or 4 minutes. I'll stir them again and let them go another 3 or 4 minutes. And you want them a little bit al dente, I guess is the word. You don't want it too soft, but you don't want them hard either. Kind of in between, you want them to have a nice little crunch to them. So we're going to let these go for the 3 or 4 minutes, and then we'll stir them and continue on. Okay, these have been going about 3 minutes, so we're going to come over here and we're going to go ahead and stir them. I'm going to turn them down just a tad. And they're getting a little bit of a brown crunch on them, but that's okay. It's going to make them fabulous. The flavors are really going to come out. So I'm stirring those up. I'm going to put that lid on there. We're going to let those go a few more minutes. And then we're going to go ahead and start adding all of our other wonderful ingredients to this. Okay, so we went another 4 minutes. Go ahead. You can see they're steaming quite nicely, which is what I want. I want to saute and steam at the same time. So adding a lid over it will help create the steam inside as it's sauteing. So we're done with that lid. We're going to go ahead and just let these keep going as we add our other ingredients. So I'm going to add about, I'm a garlic girl, so I want to add about a tablespoon of garlic to mine. We love to have garlic in our sauteed vegetables, so I'm going to go ahead and add about a tablespoon of my garlic that I preserved. Like I said, go back and check out my video on how to preserve fresh garlic so you don't waste it. This has lasted me such a long time, this one jar. Okay, so we have our tablespoon of garlic. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of my crushed ginger, or if you want to use chopped ginger or grated ginger, you can even use ginger powder if you want to, because that'll work as well, but I like the taste of the fresher ginger. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to stir those in there. Now feel free to adjust your flavors any way you want. If you want to add more garlic, if you want to add more ginger, totally up to you. But this is going to add a nice, the ginger will add a nice Asian flavor to this. Okay, so I'm going to let those saute for a minute or so. And in the meantime, because we don't want the garlic and stuff to get too brown, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some rice wine vinegar. And I'm going to kind of eye this a little bit. I'd say add about 2 tablespoons of it. It's going to create a little sauce for your sauteed green beans. Now, soy sauce is a little on the salty side, so you got to watch it. But I am going to add right around a tablespoon of soy sauce. Again, you can adjust these flavors any way you want to. So we have the rice wine vinegar, and I use the seasoned rice wine vinegar. I kind of like that. So we're just going to go ahead and saute these in here. Let them grab that awesome flavor. Let them reduce down a little bit. That rice wine vinegar will reduce down a little bit and get a little bit saucy for you. Okay, I am going to sneak, ooh, can't use my fingers. I'm going to sneak a taste of one of these and see how it tastes and see if there's any adjustments we need to make. Really good. I am actually going to add just a little bit more rice wine vinegar to kick it up a little bit. And I'm going to add a little bit more soy sauce. Now at this point you can add more soy sauce or a little bit more salt if you want to. I'm going to just let that get going. And then I'm going to put this on a pan. They still have a little bit of a crunch to them. They're not too soggy, but not too raw. And actually, they're amazing. Thank you, Linda. As I'm turning my green bean. We'll be right back and I'll show you what they look like. Okay, and I have them all dished up and ready to go. These make a great side dish to any dinner. Do it with some barbecue chicken or broiled chicken or an Asian-inspired chicken or fish or any of the above. They're wonderful. They're still crunchy. They have a yummy garlic ginger sauce over the top of them. I've already eaten a couple of them, putting them on the plate here. But let's go ahead and take another bite and dip it into that sauce. These are so good. Delicious. You really taste that ginger and that garlic. I hope you get a chance to make this. If you have any questions, feel free to post some comments below. I'd love if you'd also give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. We do a lot of fun things on here. Sometimes it's kind of few and far between, but we do them. They're fun, they're exciting, and you always learn something. I learn something from people every day. So again, it's fresh green beans, some rice wine vinegar, some soy sauce, some garlic, some ginger, a little bit of peanut oil. Don't fret if you don't have the peanut oil. Go ahead and use olive oil, or you can use a little bit of canola oil, whatever you want to do. And a little bit of salt and pepper, and you're ready to go. It's a fast, easy meal. I think it took me all of 10 minutes to make these, and it'll look like you just went to a restaurant and paid a lot of money. So until next time, next video, have a wonderful day, everyone, and God bless.